All right, boys, welcome back to the CreedCast Podcast. Now, before we get started, we have a few announcements. So the first one is we have a YouTube channel. Yay!
Hey, let's go. Come on, boys.
And we've got an Instagram. Yay! And we've got a Twitter. Yay! And I'll start a second channel.
Boo.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking, yeah. I was expecting a yay there, to be honest.
Well, wonderful stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the very first lockdown podcast. Obviously, we don't have Ollie with us today, so it's just myself and Joe.
Ollie,
obviously, before we do start, if you do want to go and follow the new social medias and our YouTube channel, please do. We'll leave them in the description. Or if you're watching this, obviously, on the YouTube channel, then go and follow the social media once again.
And please subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
And subscribe to my second channel, our main channels. Just subscribe to everyone, please. It's free content at the end of the day.
Literally is. Right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about today, Joe, obviously, Big Boy Boris has said, you must stay at home. What's going through your mind at the minute? Because it's a weird time.
It is a weird time. I mean, it's just like, you know when like, let's say in the summer holidays, you're allowed to go out, but you choose to stay indoors. I feel like being told that you have to stay indoors just makes me want to go out more. Because,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, all I want to do, I want to see my girlfriend, I want to play football, I want to make videos. Obviously, I can still make videos in quarantine, but they're not going to be with people. It's just me and you.
That's true. And
I guess we kind of have to improvise with that. How's it been for you?
To be honest with you, it's not much different to what I've been going through
don't go out.
before. I stay in, I do my college calls at home, and then that's it. But obviously, I'm now taken, so I do want to go see my girlfriend. But it's gonna the first time we've both had girlfriends. Mum should be proud of us.
Well, no, actually, it's happened before.
Did it?
When? Because my relationship started and yours ended.
Oh, for God's sake!
For like a few days, we both had girlfriends. That was brilliant.
Well, this is the proper first time. So
this is it's the first time where,
But I did want to say, just before we go on to the first topic of today's video, if anybody is struggling with mental health or anything like that, where both our DMs are open, you can come and drop us a DM.
Not in that way.
Oh my God.
You dirty dogs. But yeah, message either of us. Preferably me, but yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. But yeah, we're going to try and do our best to do maybe like a weekly podcast and just get through that.
But even if we film loads in advance and just have them.
But that's what I was thinking. We could always do.
Highlights will be on the podcast channel. If you don't fancy listening to 40 minutes of us yabbering on, there's always going to be highlights.
So the first of all, the highlights for the Clash of Creators video did really well.
Yeah, I know.
Callum G's mum watched the video before Callum, which is mental.
I saw Callum tweeting about it. Also, he's following me on Twitter now.
Life's complete.
I'm moving up in the world now.
So yeah, we do have some very special episodes with certain people. I've got 2 guests booked or wanting to come on. So that will be once lockdown's over.
I only know one of them. This is a surprise for me.
Well, the other one.
Tell me after the pod.
Oh well, I've already told you before.
Wait, what?
He looks confused. My friend Darius.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't realise he was officially... Wait, so he's coming down? That's going to be after
eventually.
Get him on Discord.
Yeah, we could do that, to be fair.
Yeah, because...
definitely. We need to do an episode with Lewis as well. That's a must.
Like a food episode, a mukbang.
Mukbang. Well, we did do a mukbang. We probably uploaded it by the time you've seen this, but it was awful. It was awful. My first thing, I did talk about this in the mukbang episode. What are your opinions on the current YouTube boxing situation and all of that?
Well, first of all, I want to say fuck Jake Paul, fucking arsehole.
You speak on behalf of all of us there.
I speak on behalf of the whole nation. But no, first of all, I think Jake calling Logan a fake fighter is absolute bollocks. It's Logan's fighting Floyd fucking Mayweather. There's Jake Paul fighting, who is it? No, it's not Dylan Dennis, is it? He's
fighting a ex-MMA fighter or an MMA fighter. I can't remember his name, but...
This is the same. He's picking fights with Conor McGregor, but he's not a boxer.
The guy, like, if it was in MMA, this ex-fighter would slap Jake up, but he's choosing people that have never fought before. Nate Robinson had never sparred in his life.
Exactly. It's like Tom Daly inviting Lionel Messi to a diving competition. It's like, we all know he's going to fucking win.
Exactly, yeah.
But then it needs to be equal sports. It's like Messi versus Ronaldo is a fair match, but Ronaldo versus fucking... Bateson isn't.
Basically, to slap him up, to be fair. The one thing I'm kind of worried about this YouTube boxing thing is because obviously I want KSI versus Jake to happen, but also at the same time, I can't be bothered to shit myself again because that was horrible last time. Like, I couldn't sleep.
Welcome to my New Year's.
There was that much riding on it. I literally nearly shit myself. I was laying in bed and I was like, I can't be asked. Like, because I had work.
The thing is, I don't want JJ's reputation to be ruined because
this is the thing.
He is the YouTuber of the UK. To think of UK YouTubers, KSI is the main one.
I hope the fight happens, but at the same time, I just don't want to go through that again.
Because Jake is a good boxer, and neither of them are properly professional. Obviously, they are professional boxers.
Well, technically, they are because they had a professional fight. But at the same time, it's just like actually, to be fair,
if JJ can beat Logan fucking towered over him, and JJ still won. I think JJ's got it. Actually,
the thing is, Jake. This is where my head's at with this whole thing because Jake Paul looks like a proper boxer. He's training. He's taking it seriously. But he fought two people who couldn't fight. Like Gib, fair enough. Like he was shit in that fight. He showed like a good fight against Jay Swingler in the first one, Jay from TGF. But we hadn't really seen much from Gib at all, and the same with Jake. It was a squash match. Obviously, if you watch WWE, you'll get that reference.
This is the thing, like, you put Anisom Gib in a ring with someone who also hasn't boxed before, and Gibbs already won one fight. We all know who's going to win. It's so like I think the only YouTuber boxing match where I did not know who was going to win was JJ v Logan because
that's true.
It was so divided. Some people thought Logan, some people thought JJ, and thankfully JJ won. But I don't know with Jake and JJ, and I don't fucking know.
And then obviously with Nate Robinson, the bloke had never sparred, so it was just such an unfair fight. So I don't think going into this fight, your money's going to be on Jake Paul because he's won 2 fights, but we haven't properly seen
he's never
all of him
boxed
yet.
A professional.
Well, neither's JJ, but at the same time, he's proven that he can go 6 rounds, he can fight. I'm sure Jake can. I'm sure he's probably a better fighter, but it's about on the day who turns up. Do you know what I mean? I personally think, like, overall, I do believe JJ probably still win, but it would be so close and it would be a shit yourself moment for anyone that hates Jake Paul, any Sidemen fans.
That's literally everyone.
Literally everyone.
The Americans hate Jake Paul. The Irish mob, they're probably fucking gushing
McGregor fanboys
for Jake's blood.
Yeah.
What the fuck was he thinking, calling Conor McGregor's wife ugly? What the fuck?
I don't think that fight's going to happen. McGregor's too big. He's too rich.
50 mil to go and beat up a YouTuber.
I don't think he's going to do it.
I think he should, but...
No, the thing is, I want it to happen because I think it'd be quite funny just to see.
I heard McGregor said he'd fight Jake, but on his terms.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, though. Does that mean MMA or boxing?
Well, money-wise, when he wants, what event, what venue, that kind of thing.
I think Jake would do it. He's so desperate to get his fucking ass kicked by...
Absolutely.
By Conor McGregor. Sorry about that, mate.
Yeah, so overall, I do believe that the fight, probably KSI, Jake, will probably still happen, but it probably won't happen this year. I think next year.
No.
It will end the YouTube boxing saga and then it will move on to something completely different.
I think JJ needs time to train, like serious time to train.
I think he still takes it seriously. It's just JJ and Jake are such completely different people. Like JJ will win a fight, take his money and then go and bulk for however long and make YouTube videos and do his other things. Whereas Jake just goes parties, fucks bitches. Do you know what I mean? He just does what he wants.
Never say fucks bitches ever again.
Like he's been training Trippie Redd and all this kind of stuff. Like fuck Trippie Redd.
cut this bit out.
For fuck's sake. The next thing I wanted to talk about is a little bit of a football thing. Football. Basically, I want you to say halfway through the season who is player of the year.
Player of the year.
Or player of the season.
Salah.
You think Salah? Okay.
Salah or Bruno Fernandes.
I was thinking either Son, Grealish, or
Son's a shout. I don't think Grealish, definitely not.
Or Bruno.
My top 3, it would be probably... Actually, I'm going to say Son first because he's been incredible.
Son's been
Then
mental.
Salah because his goals haven't all been penalties, but you can't deny Bruno. He's got almost the most assists. Yeah. Salah because he's top goal scorer. He was off for 2 weeks and he hasn't scored multiple penalties. I think Salah definitely number 2, and Bruno Fernandes. He's been good. I'm going to be honest, for his first season at United, brilliant player.
You could even throw Harry Kane in there, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, most assists in the Premier League.
The thing is, I think personally, like on a individual player level, you got to give it to someone like Jack Grealish or Son, because the way Jack Grealish plays football is just insane. Like, he doesn't necessarily score the most goals or get the most assists, but his style of play and the way that he influences Aston Villa, like, they've been insane this year. And I was thinking they were just going to flop and just, fucking get relegated, but they've proven that they are probably the best team. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously,
teamwork.
Obviously, Liverpool are they second now, or are they still first?
I think you have United one. No,
United have a game in hand, don't they?
Yeah, but we're still first, I think.
Yeah, by goal difference. Yeah. But the thing is, I think someone like Aston Villa would be like the team of the season, because they've proven how good they are.
Well, okay, right. Well, speaking of Premier League, who is one player that has surprised you this season?
Surprised me? Dominic Calvert-Lewin probably, but he's kind of flopping a little bit. Yeah.
Patrick Bamford for me. He's been good.
I was kind of sceptical because I always thought he was a really good player, but I didn't think that he'd do this well.
This is it. I thought Mitrovic would be really good, but he's been shocking.
Yeah. I put him in my FPL team at the start.
Timo Werner, biggest flop.
He's biggest flop, yeah, absolutely. He's been so bad.
He might...
Havertz.
Well, he's been all right, Havertz. But, I mean, Werner scored 4 goals, but he was so hyped up.
Too hyped up.
But Kai Havertz, he's young, he's 21, he's moved to he's adjusting to a new league. It's going to take time. But
he said that Premier League defenders are much stronger and more physical than in Germany.
Yeah, but he's all right. He's got 2 of the biggest ones. He's got Zuma and Rudiger on his team.
He played against, who was it, like Dan Burn for Brighton? He was like, fuck this, man. He's like, well, he's massive, and he's like 6'5" or something.
Well, no, we just got big players, haven't we?
There's just, I think the Premier League is just a lot more physical, and I think when players come over, they're just like, okay, this isn't the style of players.
Because I feel like the only reason why Timo Werner was so good in Bundesliga is because of his pace. Like, that man is fucking quick.
He's quick, yeah. He can't finish, though. This is the problem.
I think it's just like... Because I feel like when he starts being in bad form, it's just going to like make him nervous, and he'll be throwing goal and he'll just fuck up. And hopefully he can get his confidence up and stop choking every goal. Because I want Timo Werner to do well, because he's one of my favourite players. But like the way he's going, I feel like he'll be like leaving Chelsea.
Absolutely. So overall, I'm going to say my player of the season so far is definitely going to be Son, slowly followed by Kane and Jack Grealish.
Okay, well, I've said Son, Salah, Bruno.
Okay. So the next thing I have on the agenda for today is a little bit of a question. It's a strange one. I've got a couple of questions for you. The first one is, what is your ideal dinner party guests? Ooh. Now, we've had this, Jack Mate did this as well. So I'm going to tell you, you and 5 other people.
5 other people.
So 6 people around a dinner table. One of them is you. What would the other 5 be?
Oh, mate, this is a hard...
It's a hard question. I know my first one.
Can you go first? And
I know my first one. Well, Posty, obviously.
Posty.
The thing is, a lot of people say that, oh, he's quite boring and all this kind of thing. But I think a lot of the stuff that he's done, he'd have got loads of stories to tell. He's a lovely guy as well. Like, you'd get along with him. You don't want to go to a dinner party with people that are dickheads. Do you know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to enjoy yourself, which is why my second person would probably be someone like Youngblood, because the conversations, again, he'd be fucking mental. Like, imagine going on a night out with Youngblood.
Can you get dead people back?
Anybody. Literally anybody.
Juice WRLD would be definitely
Juice WRLD, yeah. Again,
100%.
Somebody we go for more music artists, but I think another person, I don't know why, but if we're talking on like YouTube level, you'd probably go for someone like JJ, or even, you never know, a little bit of Jack Mate, you never know.
Well, okay, so you've said Posty and Youngblood. I've said Juice WRLD. I'd probably also have JJ as well.
You got to have JJ, yeah. He's got so many stories.
That would be such a fucking weird, like...
It'd be a weird dinner party, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I guess Morgs, because like I like to know his like proper personality and not his stupid coin master. Morgan, stop playing.
It'd be weird
coin
to see him all behind the scenes, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, Morgs, that's so weird. I put fucking how many more have I got?
So you've done 2, so 3 more.
No, I've done 3.
Oh, have you done 3 of it? Okay.
So 2 more.
So I didn't really think about this. My third, oh God, I don't know.
I'd like know. This sounds so weird, but Jimmy Savile, because I want to call him a fucking nonce.
Is that the only reason? Oh, then
well, no, because he's just. I watched the documentary. I think it's like Unmasking the Evil. I watched that.
Yeah.
And it's just like I can't believe some of the things I was hearing about him. Like
he's a bit of a weirdo.
A bit, fucking hell, full blown pedo.
He's in the mud now, so it's all
bless
good.
Him. Do not bless him.
Do you know what? I genuinely don't know who else to think.
That's helpful. Maybe like, Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe.
David Attenborough. That's a shout. Like you just want to hear his voice, don't you?
Or Max Smith.
Just
Stephen tries.
Do a magic show for you.
Or like, actually, I'd take away Jimmy Savile, TGF.
What? J
and Ramel.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so that's mine then. So I've got, I've forgotten them. Post, no, I didn't say Post Malone. Juice WRLD, KSI. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I've forgotten them. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. You go.
Yeah, well, mine would be Posty, Youngblood. I'd probably go for a little bit of KSI. Stephen Gerrard would be another one.
Oh, that's a good
And David Attenborough.
Yeah.
They'd be my 5.
That's cool. That's a good one.
It's on like a more personal level because I think when you support somebody, like for example, my idol growing up was Stephen Gerrard.
So is mine.
My favourite music artist is Post Malone. The conversation would be so much better because you'd be interested.
I didn't grow up listening to Juice WRLD. I grew up to listen to fucking Ollie Murs, but I hate
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
I was an Ollie Murs and One Direction fan.
I grew up listening to Avicii, so...
Oh, you did, yeah.
Rest in peace.
You had a better taste in music than I did.
To be fair, I still do sometimes, but would you reckon your dinner party, though, would be really fun? Well... how do you reckon it'd go? Because I think at ours, we can't get too rowdy because David Attenborough might...
Drop dead. I mean, we'd have a mixed grill of mine.
A mixed grill?
We'd cook plorge. We'd stick an apple in his mouth. Honey glaze him.
Stick him on the table.
A rotisserie plorge.
Rotisserie plorge.
What would you not want that?
Personally cooked by Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis cooking plorge, covering him in honey.
Stuff. Yeah. Oh my God. Now I had a very weird thought the other night when I was asleep. Does the internet influence you in a positive or a negative way?
Oh, fucking... I mean...
Or both.
Oh, okay.
Because I have examples of both.
One where it's negative, it's the like, you know about that kid that got stabbed in Reading? Yeah. His name was Ollie, wasn't it?
I think so.
So like, the people who did it go start fucking bragging on their Snapchat. It's fucking disgusting, man. Like people our age are so fucked. Like...
It's kind of, yeah.
But the thing is, it's not everybody, but it just puts a whole, like...
There's a certain little group of people that will continue to do that.
It just depends on where they live and, like, how they've been brought up.
Yeah.
Like,
I think positively, like... there's a lot of times when somebody needs support, people retweet stuff. Like I saw... Yeah. I can't remember what it was, but someone didn't get any Christmas presents or something. Or... No, it was someone that didn't have a football shirt. And basically a load of people sent out football shirts to this one guy who couldn't afford one. Yeah. And I thought that was just a really nice thing. Like, had people retweeting it and it was mental.
When there was a Black Lives Matter movement, it still is obviously, but when George Floyd passed away, everyone started posting on Instagram, like showing awareness.
People come together on social media, don't they?
People come together in a good way, but then it's just a fucking dickheads that just let everyone down, to be honest. And
one thing that I think people, this is going to sound, this is like a weird theory I've had for a while. This is a thing that is supposed to be positive, but ends up making you feel negative. So I'll give you an example. Ethan Bazinga.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I say Ethan Bazinga is because what he's done with his body transformation is fucking mental. And that is such a positive thing to see. But sometimes you look at what people have done in terms of fitness and seeing Chris MD do all these like really cool fitness challenges, and it makes you feel negative about yourself. So that means that you want to go out and do those things.
But that's also inspiring.
But then also feel bad that you're not doing those things. And it's kind of a weird thing in your head because it inspires you, but also makes you feel bad.
Stuff like weight loss is a thing that you do only if you want to. Like, obviously I used to be very fat. So I lost a load of weight, and it was just because it was something I wanted to do, not because because I felt like I had to do it. I just didn't want to be living like that, because I knew I'd grow up, and if I didn't...
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I knew if I didn't lose some weight, I'd grow up and be the fat one. And
you don't want to do that, do you?
You don't want to, because I spent my entire primary school life, like, our group was me, Charlie and Alex. And Charlie and Alex, they were like fucking
Charlie's
sticks.
got a 6-pack now.
Yeah, but they were so skinny, and it was little fat me back in primary school.
You've grown out of it, though, like Mum said.
I guess, yeah. No, but it's also to do with the exercise I did when I was younger.
To be fair, yeah.
But I didn't stop. I went running, I did sit-ups like every night. Yeah,
you grinded. The thing I was going to say is, obviously, when you see all of these people with these perfect lives and this happiness and they're so fit and they're eating all this stuff and it's all nice, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, but it's money.
It makes you feel bad that can't afford. Like, I see these people that are like, oh, I run every single day. I eat HelloFresh, lovely, healthy meals. Some people can't afford that.
Right? Exactly, because I could go running every night and then we have fucking burgers for dinner, because I can't control what Mum cooks, because obviously we haven't got endless.
Not everyone has.
Exactly, because people like Chris MD can afford to eat healthy stuff every single night. And it's another thing, being an adult, because if I did a body transformation video, it wouldn't be as effective because I don't choose what I eat for dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of an interesting thing, because I think some YouTubers come across so perfect when in reality they're not. Some people come across like they say, okay, I'm going to make this video to inspire people, and they do that. But there's also some people that take it as oh shit, I'm fat or something like that, and then they start to doubt themselves, and they're watching more and more of these videos and they're getting themselves worked up. So I just thought it's kind of weird that you can take such like really positive things and make them so negative, and I thought it was just weird, like a proper weird thing to think about. But anyway, we'll go to a break really, really quickly, and we will be back when I'm going to ask Joe what his goals are for 2021.
His goals,
females.
Did you say girls or goals?
I said goals.
Goals, right. See you guys in a bit.
Right.
Why are we having a break?
Right, so we are back for part 2. Joe has a very nice question for us. So,
I want to know, like, in your videos, name, like, I don't know, 5 YouTubers that you've watched their stuff and you've incorporated into your own videos. 5.
5. Okay.
You can do 5 or 3. Just do some YouTubers that like have inspired you and you've used their style of content.
Okay. So the first one would be KSI, because I think, especially when I first started YouTube, a lot of his old FIFA videos and stuff kind of inspired me to make FIFA videos as well, like without the face cam and that kind of style. That could lead on to my second one, which is Road to Shore. Again, the football challenges and the FIFA and stuff, I've definitely been inspired a lot by that. And I think, when we used to do like garden football challenges and indoor football challenges, a lot of that came from Road to Shore's videos, and that kind of, you see in him have so much fun with these kind of videos with his brother. I was just like, okay, we can do that.
Well, there's someone I wanted to throw out there for you. Would you say, like, because obviously he used to be FIFA player, but Spencer FC, I feel like, because we used to watch him a lot when we were younger, did he like inspire you at all?
Definitely not as much as JJ and Harry. I wouldn't say he did that much, to be honest with you. There's not really much that he did that's much different to the other 2.
Yeah, I guess.
A third one would probably be, I'd say Nico or Milana, for the structure of videos. He's definitely quite an easy one to copy, if you know what I mean. Like he's just like his videos are so unique. You can just kind of just take parts of it and make it your own. Like especially with the intros of his videos.
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier to me off camera, you wanted to do kind of more better intros and stuff.
Well, no, I just want to because obviously I'm going to start using your PC to edit. It may take me longer, but the style of videos will be so much better.
Yeah,
and. Like, because I feel like with my videos, I watch them and I think to myself, this could be so much better. And I think about like the deliveries that I put out, because it's so obvious I'm reading from a script. I know I write the script myself, but you could just from the way I say it, I don't know why, but when I watch other YouTubers that write scripts for themselves, they just sound a lot more natural. So I'm going to try and do that. But
I'm trying to think, how many have I said? 3?
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah, KSI, Road to Shore, Nico or Milana. Yeah. Who the fuck else? I'm not too sure. There's not really. I mean, I guess Jackmate for the podcast.
Yeah, Jackmate.
He's definitely another one. And then a 5th one, I can't really think about anyone that I've kind of been inspired by, because I've kind of tried to keep my videos like somewhat original.
Okay, Joe Weller for me, definitely. You remember my old
the skits, definitely.
My
for
old
you.
so Joe Weller, Nico. Well, Nico. He hasn't. I haven't started using stuff, but I'm going to. That's the same with like the Sidemen. I'm going to start doing them style of videos. I guess this is just literally for one video, but Memulus' second channel inspired me to do my Rate My Play video.
Oh yeah.
Because he did that with Bambino Becky. And there was one more. Oh, bollocks.
It's hard to think on the spot, isn't it?
Well, no, I had it in mind, but it's gone.
It's kind of hard, isn't it? It's a weird one because you kind of just take little bits of ideas. Like my vlogs are completely original. Like I haven't really at all. I mean, I guess a little bit from JJ.
Probably why they do so bad then.
They do shit. They do awful. And then obviously the podcast is taking inspiration from obviously Jack May.
That's the one because on my calendar video.
May. Yeah, I think you've definitely got a Jack May-esque about you.
Yeah, well, no, I love doing them sorts of videos because they're the ones that I enjoy. So why don't I put out content like that as well?
Definitely one thing I would say though is especially with our especially the little frame we've got there, us at the Creed Awards, lovely stuff.
For those who are on audio, it's us with fat faces.
Especially with stuff like that, I get a lot of those kind of videos from TGF, to be fair. I think the kind of structure of TGF videos are much more funny, they're much more original, and I think we definitely could make more videos like that.
They have no fucking fear. If I went up to someone's car and stood on it, I would.
I'm not necessarily saying do those types of videos. I'm just saying, the way they all communicate, you can tell they're really good mates, and I think that's perfect. Especially with Lewis and Faith and Ollie when they come round, and Charlie, cannot forget him. Especially when they all come round, it just flows well. When we start talking, having a chat, it flows well, and I think that is something we definitely need to put more in.
I feel like the funniest videos is when none of us ever planned for Lewis to say, "Oh yeah, you like banana cake, I ain't grumbling," and that's why it's such a fucking iconic.
Those types
quote.
Of just original, on the spot, raw footage is definitely the best, and we do need to do more. That's
why the greatest goalkeeper on YouTube, that is literally my favourite video of the year.
It is definitely.
It's just it's my humour, I get it, but obviously that's because I'm in the video, and it's just so
very funny.
I can watch that video anytime and it'll make me laugh. It never gets old for me, but
I know we talk a lot about YouTube, but I did want to do a little bit of a segment to end this thing. I wanted to talk about, obviously, we spoke about goals in the mukbang episode, which either you're seeing or you're not. I also wanted to talk... I don't know. I don't think we do.
It's a bit of a stinker.
It's very bad. But another thing I wanted to kind of touch on was tips for new YouTubers. So for example, there's a lot of people that want to get into YouTube.
Well, I guess I'm a new YouTuber. I've done 14 videos at this time of filming.
You've done it a long time though.
I've done it a long time, but now it's the only time because last time I was fucking annoying and I couldn't have them videos on my channel anymore. Oh my god, my voice. Hi guys, it's Joe Creed here. It's Joe.
I like burgers.
Awesome Studios, Redstone Gaming.
Awesome Studios.
Oh, don't forget.
Yeah, that was...
I remember I used to have an intro for that channel.
That was a strange time. But I'll say my first goal, or first goal of the year. The first one would be to get this podcast on 100 odd subs.
Yeah.
We want to boost this podcast. And I think the thing that... especially seeing so many people enjoying it, streaming it, watching the videos.
That's inspiring for
me.
It's
something
I was laying in bed at 3 a.m. I get a message from Alex Kilby. He's like, I love the podcast, mate.
I got a lot of messages about it. I think it's something it spurs you on to want to do more. And I think this is one of the most motivated times I've had in my YouTube career.
Well, the thing is, it's no offense to us, but our podcast is good to have something in the background. You know what I mean? I don't really know many people that would sit there specifically to watch our podcast, but let's say you're playing PlayStation.
That's what a podcast's for, though.
Yeah, and you've got a podcast in the background. I want it to be ours, and I feel, especially with our mates, I feel like they would rather watch someone they know.
A lot of people watch
properly.
A lot of people watch our videos for our personalities. I feel like I'm really boring as fuck, but I know you're not. And then you got Ollie. You got Lewis, George, or Plorge.
Fucking Plorge.
You've got all these personalities, and I think as a podcast, we can definitely do something really good in 2021. And especially if we do, like I said earlier, put videos out, we can definitely do a lot more and be really successful. As for main channel videos, I don't necessarily have a plan for the main channel. I kind of just wanted to just be a place where I could just say fuck it and do whatever.
Well, that's why I made a second channel. Subscribe now, because I have random. I lay down in bed and I think of random ideas, and I think that's shit for the main channel, but it'd be perfect for a second channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, for example, like rating meal deals. That's literally like, it could be like a 5-minute second channel video. Bang! It's a bit of entertainment for people.
Absolutely.
During lockdown, it's nothing special.
It's something that's just easy to do, and we can just easily get.
Takes no effort at all.
Yeah, I'd say for the main channel, definitely just need to get loads of videos out there, experiment with new things, try new ideas, and hopefully this year we can get maybe 2,000 subs if we're lucky. The podcast, I just wanted to get off the ground.
I want to hit 1K. It's not going to happen, but
you never know. You never know.
This is why YouTube Twitter is a good thing, because I want
just get involved in YouTube Twitter as much as you can.
They don't notice me. They're like, oh, it's Jacob Creed's brother.
Yeah, we're kind of like Ant and Dec, aren't we? But
you're the most successful one. You know what I mean? Like, like they'll know you, and they're going to know me from you, and that's not the way I want it to be.
Well, this podcast is me and you. You know what I mean? And Ollie, but
stick me in the fucking thumbnails. Thumbnail. My thoughts on Clash of Creators. Oh, it's your thoughts, is it, Jake?
Well, it was my channel. Yeah. Now we've got a group channel. We both be in them. So last thing before the camera's about to die, the last thing before we end today's podcast, let's see how long we've been on. 30 minutes. That should be fine. The first thing, what is your ultimate tip for a new YouTuber?
Don't be boring.
That's literally a good
do
one.
what you want to do. Don't do what everyone wants to see. Like, nobody really wants to see my thoughts on Jeremy Lynch, but I did it anyway. So I can really.
Yeah, for me, it would definitely be yourself. Do what makes you happy on YouTube, and experiment. And
don't get cancelled. That isn't good.
Don't get cancelled. No, that's probably not good.
One quick speed run. Jake, ideal meal deal. Go.
Oh, fuck my life. Come on. I'd say cheese and tomato pasta.
Yeah.
Pepsi Max cherry, and McCoy's flame grilled steak.
Right, nice. My one. We'll go for my chicken bacon lettuce sandwich, Thai sweet chicken, McCoy's, and that fat ass coffee. Right, we're done. Cool. Thank you guys for listening.
Sorry, it's not been a very long podcast again. We will. I need to start charging.
We need to sort these fucking cameras out first.
Yeah, I know. The battery's not the greatest on this one, but it works. We will be back with another lockdown podcast very soon. We've also got some guest books. So if you do have any guests, like I said, email in the description, message us on social media as well. And you could potentially come on the podcast, or anybody that you'd like on the podcast. But until then, thank you guys for listening. And camera's gone off on the other one, so you're just going to see Joe on the on the video. See you guys next time. Goodbye.